Yes, yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to my peoples and my guys, look alive. It's your boy Act Reacher with another episode of the Jab Jamboree, produced by the LDBC, executive produced by the Full Berserker Clan. Let's get into it. So yeah, this is a quick live inspired by my brother 503 Lion, trying to make me do content and all that. Salute to the usual suspects. You know how we do. So we all been talking a lot about Wilder Fury 3. It's looking like it's really going down. I didn't talk about it for a long time, not because of Wilder, of course, because we didn't know if Fury would get in the ring. But it's looking like he's forced to get in the ring, and he has to. I'm really excited about this fight. Salute to my OG Omega Red. He in the building. Um, I'm real excited about this fight. I was already talking about this fight because I'm off today. Got to go to the gym later, so I guess that's good. Get to relax before I get to go. Normally I gotta work, then go. But yeah, punch the clock twice. But I think that this is a real dope fight. Happy that it's actually gonna go down. Even the undercard, which the press conference I believe for the undercard will be today, is fairly decent. So I'm looking forward to the whole event on Saturday. And yeah, as far as the press conference went, we had the press conference, Tyson Fury and the arrival, Deontay Wilder and stuff like that. And like I said, they were drawing back and forth towards each other and things like that. Salute to my brother Bruce Goals. I see you, OG. And like I said, man, as far as the psychological warfare, you could lose the psychological warfare and still win the fight. I remember Liam Welsh and Javante Davis. The winner of Pedraza and Tank had to fight Liam Welsh, if you remember, because Liam Welsh was really supposed to fight Pedraza for the IBF belt. But Mayweather came with that bag, intercepted that fight, and Tank got that fight. Salute to my bro Cadillac Red, my big bro in the building showing love. I know the bros at work. This is just a pop up live. I know a lot of the brothers is at the fight. That's probably why they not even live right now. And I got a day off, so I'm like, what I mean, why not? Before my bro 78, come on. And a lot of people actually misinterpreted what I said when 503 played that little clip. And it wasn't, I was saying that, while I just thought Fury, what he said, I just feel like, you're just supposed to be sharp on it. The Wilder, normally he just sharp on everything like that. I guess because he didn't talk in the first press conference and stuff like that, and he been so cerebral and focused as far as the physical and the training and stuff like that. That like, normally, I'm just saying, my bro Wilder's just a little bit sharper. Like I said, I done seen people not really do good at the press conferences and beat motherfuckers up. Like I said, Tank Davis and Liam Welsh. Liam Welsh was talking mad shit to Tank, and Tank couldn't say nothing back. He's like, yeah, your baby, you're letting Floyd talk for you. He's like, yeah, that's your daddy. You know what I mean? This thing got knocked out the third round. I thought Conor McGregor. I thought Conor McGregor with Floyd. He got Floyd in a couple of the tours in a couple of the states, and Floyd didn't do too good. What happened? Floyd knocked him out. What, the sixth round? I don't remember. I don't remember. Dude, dude had a concussion, second stage of a concussion. Couldn't fight for like 8 months. And Floyd old ass threw a lot of punches that fight. But yeah, back to Fury and Wilder. You know, I just want my bro Wilder to go in here and really handle business with Fury, and I hope everything that he been working on really translate in the fight. Because I heard that in sparring, normally Wilder, put dudes to sleep every once in a while and stuff like that. He might crack a rib and stuff like that. They said motherfucking Wilder was cracking ribs, putting dudes to sleep. They was talking. I mean, like I said, it's different in a real fight and you under that bright lights and stuff like that. But I'm saying salute to Son of Tank in the building. Salute, champ. Excuse me. So I think this is definitely um, dope. And if Wilder could catch him at the end, because I noticed when Wilder really knocked somebody out, when he catches them at the end of his punch, that's when they really be, out there. And I gotta give Wilder credit too. It seems like to me he's giving himself more. Like he's giving like maximum effort. Like before I was saying like 110, it seemed like he giving like 150 now. Like Thurman said, he really is demanding more out of himself. And I can respect that. You know, to me, the worst thing that can actually happen, knock on wood, is a draw. Because I don't see Wilder going nowhere in this fight. I think the worst thing that can happen is actually a draw. What y'all think? Motherfucking draw happen, we'll never get him again. If a draw happen, we'll never get him again. That motherfucker Fury riding into the sunset. So he gotta get excuse me. He gotta get knocked out clean, cold. Salute Jay Good, the cigar king. My brother Jay Good. These ain't even my usual hours. I like, well, whatever. We rocking out. We gonna hold it down. Jay Good said, nah. Motherfucker cigar king. Um, yeah, man. And as far as Fury, Fury is a madman, y'all. They should have did that press conference on their laptops. They couldn't even do a face off. Bob Arum sounded like one of them parents that's kids played with the kids that's parents that did good that ended up in a real good community that got bread, and it looked like they was about to fight or something. No, 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 no face off, no face off. Nigga sound like one of them. I could tell he was one of them type of dads when his kids was playing with colored kids. No, no, no face off. And you come on, you from New York, so you know that happens. It's a mixed pot. Why they couldn't do a face off? They didn't have a problem with it. They didn't. They did not have a problem with it because they both. Fury was already standing up. He was walking forward, and Wilder was coming up. They grown ass men. Why they couldn't have a face off? Fury keep talking about he's in Wilder's head. Y'all kept talking about was Wilder's claims who is in whose head. They in each other's head. It's a fight. I can promise all of y'all that. They in each other's head. But who ends up getting the best of it, whose head? That's what matters on that night. And that's the honest to God's truth. Because you always gonna be thinking about your opponent and what they can do. Salute KG. KG, no. Always going to. Like I said, the only thing I ain't like I said, when he said something about, oh, you gonna retire after this, that, and the third. Uh, and he said, I'm good. You know, if I ain't mad at that. I know you good, champ. Tell me something I don't know. You know what I mean? On both sides. You know what I mean? Fury saying that, yeah, because he could say that and that may not happen. You know, and like I said, I don't see only person I see getting knocked out is Fury. Because I do believe, regardless of what's going on, Wilder always has that puncher's chance, regardless of what's going on. If anybody got the power to put Fury out for good, it's somebody with the punching pedigree of Deontay Wilder. Like, he's a pure puncher to me. And I'm not mad at him. I ain't even want Wilder to give him. I remember when Wilder did an interview, he said, I'm going straight to the body like nobody business or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. And I was like, shoot, don't even give him that. Don't even give him that, champ. I want you to be mysterious. I want you to hide the right hand, the left hook, all of that. I want everything to be working. Don't give him nothing, champ. Don't give him nothing. Show him who you are the night of the fight. Show him who you are the night of the fight. Forget all that other stuff. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I see it being more like the first fight. I heard a few people saying that it might play out like the second fight. They could see it playing out like the second fight because Fury's such a great boxer. This is that and the third. I feel like if he was such a great boxer, he should have figured Wilder out the first fight. If he's such a great boxer, you should have figured Wilder out the first fight. And he was way lighter. A few bros at my gym, they asked me, they said, "Do you feel like Wilder's career is on the line and stuff like that?" And I'm like, I mean, I guess it's opinion. It's opinion because I'ma still rock with Wilder regardless of what happens. Um, but everybody else may not. I feel like the casual may not. So if you're looking at it from a casual standpoint, then yeah, it is on the line. We do got to scope him out. But as far as the diehard, no. The diehard, we gonna be on some Native Americans with the axes. You know what I mean? Still collecting scalps. You know what I mean? You know how we gonna do. But I just feel like as far as the casual and the whole grand scale of things, yeah, we do gotta win. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all and baby y'all. Cause y'all a lot of y'all older than me. So, you know what I mean? We do gotta win. And I want him to win. KG said, hold on, my fault. Let's me ask you a question. Act. How does Wilder adjust if Fury goes southpaw? Well, one thing he could do, don't give up on your jab because a lot of times when a person goes southpaw, the righty, they their jab gets negated. So that's why a trainer will tell you throw the right hand, throw the right hand. But at the same time, they straight left hand is down the pipe too. So it's you know what I mean, like it's a double edged sword. Like I always like to say. Um, One thing I would do, I would try to hide it. If me, I probably would switch southpaw with him, but I don't know if I feel like my jab is still working and I'm in my conventional stance. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be confident because I know my right hand is gonna land. I'm not gonna throw it right away. Only thing I would be scared about is if I'm not throwing my right hand enough. Because if I know if I throw my right, and I want to be able to hide my right hand too. Like I feel like Deontay Wilder is very good at doing. He's not as good as hiding his left hook, and I would be jabbing to the body, but I would be careful about it. I wouldn't do it as often if I would have been doing it as I was fighting a conventional fighter, because I would be safer. But if I do it with a lefty, I gotta remember the straight left hand. You know what I mean? When I try to jab that scud missile to his gut, you know what I mean? But at the same time, if I if I do it one time, I probably would still look down like I'm doing it, and then that's when I would try to throw the straight right hand over the top. And I know if I land my straight right hand, that just like Wilder, I feel like yeah, man, I'm good money. But he got to do it in different ways. But see, I wouldn't keep doing that same thing. I would maybe go on the inside, go to the body. You know what I mean? I do stuff in sequences because I know doing the same thing with somebody that's really good is suicide because they pick up on habits. And Fury's that good to where he could pick up on habits. I'm not going to doodle on him or throw mud on his name like that. He could do that, but I'm just more worried about Wilder catching him at the end of his punch because I know if Wilder scope him at the end of his punch, Fury going. But KG, to answer your question, I wouldn't give up on my jab, and I would try to mix it up, but I would definitely try to get my right hand in there. That's how I would get at a southpaw. I would still try to jab, and everything would come off the jab with movement, and I would try to hide the right hand and stick it. He said, "How does Fury adjust if Wilder is able to get to his body?" I mean, Wilder should be able to get to his body. He's the shorter man. Usually, Wilder's always a taller man in the fights, but in this fight, he's a shorter man, so he should be able to get to all that cottage cheese down there. But I still want Wilder to mix it up. I want him to be more of an enigma in this particular fight. I don't want him to do the same things to a point to where Fury could pick up on habits or things like that. And I also want him to be calm and relaxed, which most of the time he is, even when Fury is coming forward though. Son of Tank said a lot of right hands. That's what I'm saying. It'd be a lot of right hands. With the southpaw with me, but like I said, you're not just gonna get your jab working right away on the southpaw like that. You actually, the average person, I feel like is gonna give up, but you gotta keep jabbing and hide that right hand. You gotta throw it though. Can't be scared to throw it though. You can't be hesitant because it's there. At the same time, they straight left is there. You gotta be conscious of that too. But if Fury does switch southpaw to me, that would just make him, what I mean? Yeah, it helps him get away from Wilder's left jab and all of that. But at the same time, it sets up a straight right hand, which is one of Wilder's most, if not the most deadliest weapon in his arsenal. My thing is like if Fury comes forward like the second fight, which I never went back and watched that. I promised myself I would never watch that. The closest I ever see to the second fight, y'all, is when and I promise y'all is when they be playing clips and I'm watching like press conferences and stuff like that, and they showing little highlights in their camps and stuff like that. You know how they do that before they go into the actual footage and stuff like that. So I never watched that fight again. I feel like Wilder. I think that he should definitely be able to knock Fury out in this fight. And I don't even think Fury trained like he should have, because there was a lot of periods in time where we heard about Fury having COVID and stuff like that. He wasn't training. Wilder still was in the gym, still locked in. He like on some shit like a man possessed. And salute to all my brothers that's out there too. If I didn't salute them, that's actually out there at the fight, man. I wish I could be out there with y'all for real. But I got my own little scraps and the metros that we got to deal with. Um, so what y'all think, man? Y'all got a particular round, anything like that? Nobody got a round. Uh, when Wilder knocked Fury out, nobody has a particular round. Jay Good said Fury seems a little smaller. I wouldn't be surprised if he was on them weight strippers he was discussing with Coogan. I agree with you 100% on that, Jay Good. I thought also, speaking of that, that's actually a good point. I did think, even watching him at the arrival, I was like, Fury look a little small. And somebody said that in the live stream that they was, I think it was a Fight Hype live stream. They was like, yo, Fury looks small. That's why I kind of think that it's going to be like the first fight. And Wilder actually looks the same weight as the second fight, but it looks more maintained. And I'm glad that he had so much time to get used to and being around that weight. Yeah, man. He said, hold on. Bruce Gold said inside of three. Damn, Bruce Gold's inside of three? Damn. That mean if Wilder do that, that mean shit. Malik Scott could train anybody. And he could charge top dollar. And Wilder gotta train like that from now on. That's crazy. Son of Tank said ninth tops. Okay. He wore oversized suit jacket. Jay Good said. Bruce Gold said Wilder on a mission. Listen, Bruce Gold said this is personal. Trust me, I know. I know it's personal. I know it's personal. I know it's personal for sure. I think Deontay Wilder, when he says that he's really coming for blood, I think he really is coming for blood. But at the same time, I don't think Tyson Fury's just going to try to sit here and lay down. And I don't know what version of Fury or Wilder we going to get in this fight. Like I said, and my crystal ball tells me that it's going to be like the first fight. For some reason, I feel like it's going to play out kind of like the first fight. If I had a round, I would say late. I would say like the 11th round. Knockout for Wilder. I think Fury, because he's lighter and he might be on them weight strippers that some of the brothers is talking about in the chat. I think that might make him real tricky, and he may be more elusive than we may think. So I feel like this is going to be a real good fight. Um, like I said, I think it's going to be more of a mental battle in this fight. I think both dudes is going to come in tip top shape. I think it's going to be more of a mental battle, and will. You know, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury been in the ring with each other twice. This is going to be a third time. They said since Riddick Bowe on Holyfield, we haven't really got like three fights with heavyweights. Isn't that crazy? Probably trilogies, period. Well, we got Timothy Bradley and Pacquiao. I'm talking about actual good trilogies. I gotta give, like, compared to Timothy Bradley and Pacquiao, Wilder and Fury been so compelling, even outside of the ring. You know, the whole build up and how the fight was even made, with Fury being really overweight and having mental health issues, which he still possesses. He ain't over that shit. And Deontay Wilder, you know, his whole story, him coming in to the sport because of his daughter, who is older now, who's driving now, and now it's a whole legacy thing behind it. 10 title defenses, and I really think that Deontay Wilder, he 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 really has something to prove in this fight. He said Fury's oversized, abused body is full of failing him. Son of Tank said facts. You know, it's kind of crazy to think about, man, because what if Wilder really hurts Fury in this fight? And then there's some people that actually believe in the second fight, Wilder got a lot taken out of him. So, like I said, it's like two sides of the coin. Like, which way is it going to flip? And then now I kind of want to look at the life after the fight. Wilder wins, let's say knockout, like we all believe. Now we gotta wait for Usyk and Joshua, because I believe Anthony Joshua is honoring that rematch clause, and I believe that Usyk, he's gonna get up for this fight again because he's a very obsessive guy too. And he actually picked Deontay Wilder to win in this fight, believe it or not. He actually picked Deontay Wilder to win in this fight, as Deontay Wilder, you know, before that interview came out, picked him to win. in the second fight. I just think that Usyk is too much for AJ. And if Wilder wins, because one interview that I seen, I believe it was at the Arrival, he said he don't want to retire till it's one face, one champ, one name. So hopefully Usyk ain't blowing hot air. I know Wilder wants to do it, but hopefully Usyk. Salute to Joe Jack. He said Wilder sending that boy to the upper room. I hear that. Sonny Tank said, "Who's going to check the gloves?" Well, I think Malik Scott should be the neutral team member that goes into the room. I don't think Jay Diaz needs that pressure because I'm glad you brought that up, Son of Tank. That's a good talking point for me to continue on because when Fury came at Jay Diaz, I don't know where he was at. I don't know where JD's was at. Somebody tell me where JD's was at. And then they said that they gonna hear from the trainers after. They cut him off. They cut it off right after that. And I felt Wilder. He said, "I handle my team how I handle my team," which I'm not mad at. But still, though, where was JD's at? That's all I'm saying, champ. Um, but I do feel like, on a serious note, that the gloves should definitely be properly inspected. Definitely think that they should have somebody like a Malik Scott go into that locker room. I know Fury was clowning around, but I just think JDS should have just defended himself. That's all. Don't let nobody make no allegations about you, even if you don't say much. Trainer Don House gonna do all the dressing room stuff for Wilder. Okay, 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 Brad. Thanks for the insight, OG. Yeah, so it's looking like the fight is really going down. I can't believe it. Fury's actually gonna get in the ring, and we are going to properly inspect them gloves because you heard what your boy tried to say. He said, "Oh, JD's in was on in it, was in on it too." Da da da. He was in the dressing room. Da 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 da. What I mean? Trying to get into to our champs ahead and stuff like that, little shit like that. What I mean? I paid attention to when I caught. So let me ask y'all. Um, do y'all think that this fight, as far as numbers, excuse me, as far as numbers, do you think that it does better than the first and the second fight? Do y'all think the numbers do good, or do you think it's a pandemic thing? People's trying to save money. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people was talking about it. You seen Damian Lillard, he tweeted about it, and he said he think Wilder gonna win. Tank Davis, he got Wilder in this fight. A lot of people got Wilder. I heard what a lot of boxers said though. I was watching the Fight Hype joint, and they was all at different time periods, mind you. Some was when the arbitration just happened. Some was a little before the arbitration. You know, I heard what some trainers were saying. Um, I went back to a lot of those videos, like Buddy McGirt. Buddy McGirt, he was saying Wilder right now, he seems too tense. He seems too tense. I hope that Malik could, pull him back and, this is that and the third, and make sure he don't go in there to kill, just box, because you could tense up like that and lose a lot of energy. Even though I felt what Buddy McGirt was saying, but I actually kind of seen Wilder. I do feel like he was relaxed, if anything. Like I said, both sides, they didn't really seem too nervous. I just know that they both was in each other's head. Hard to say about the numbers. The first and second uh, weren't postponed though. So nobody really. I think the numbers do good. I think the numbers do good. I think people been talking about this fight. Um, I don't know what the odds are. I think people definitely been talking about this fight. I think, like I said, it's a really good fight. This and Sean Porter versus Terrence Crawford, probably the best two fights that we gonna have in 2021. That's what I predict. I could be wrong. If it go just 3 rounds, I'm thinking in my mind, is that gonna really be a good fight to me? If Wilder knock Fury out in like 3 rounds, yeah, I'm gonna be happy for Wilder, but I'm gonna be like, damn, I wanted a little bit more drama. This shit took so long to happen, shit. But then again, you don't get paid by the hour in boxing. So, but let me tell y'all something. See my New York brother, salute. Yo, act what it is. What's shaking, champ? What's good, L Foul? I ain't see you in a minute, B. The son of Tank said I agree. Let me just say something, man. Why is it me, or why Tyson Fury's father got so many doubts? Tyson Fury father, man, this whole build up, this whole third fight. He hasn't been training like he has. He got a bunch of yes men around him trying to call Sugar Hill a yes man. Did y'all miss that, or I'm bugging? Call a Sugar Hill a yes man. And y'all don't tell me he didn't. He called Sugar Hill a yes man. He said he need to train over here, be with me. I won't tell you what you want to hear. You got all of this stuff here to make a champion. And I know he got a little work over there down there with his dad, you know what I mean, while his daughter was sick and before he came back or whatever. But he been talking real scary to me. Deontay Wilder, he's a bum, but he's a bum that can fight, and he's the most dangerous heavyweight. It's that yeah, as long as you know, as long as you know. Been talking real scary, like I don't feel like he been training like he should have. Uh, he starts training and hit the bag. Then a reporter asks him a question. He stopped training within like 2 minutes of a round. He hitting the heavy bag. I don't like that. Wilder, you definitely got to scope him. Look what his dad was saying. We ain't see you doing stuff like that. You was looking real cerebral in your training. That's why I said we gotta win. All the fights, while the Fury team makes it seem like Tyson is lacking in his training. Wilder can't lack. He got to fight better than his first fight. Yes, sir. And second. None of that heavy equipment. None of that. Now I gotta get on. And I was watching Rocky because my internet and all that was out for a couple of days. There was like an outage and all that shit. I don't know what the hell was going on. But anyway, Mickey, remember when Mickey was telling him in the third one, let's get out of this creek joint. He said, let's go in the old gym, train and sweat. This is that in the third year, man. Even in the second one, when he wanted Rocky to go right-handed, because you know Rocky was a southpaw. He tied his hand up, made him jab with the left hand. He said, Mickey, I want to use my other hand, though. I'm getting tired. He said, if you use it, I'll chop it off. That's what I'm talking about. You need a whole, that's how Fury dad is. I hate to say it, but he is. He is, man. I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real. He is. I'm not trying to get at Sugar Hill. I'm not saying Sugar Hill don't know his shit. Sugar Hill definitely cut from a good cloth. Come on, man. He was still his uncle. He said, I ain't want to mention the second fight. I feel you, Foul. My fault. I ain't see that. I ain't see that scrap. Like they say in Brooklyn, scrap. But I just like I said, I just don't like it. Like yeah, like you said, Wilder side ain't talking like that. Wilder side got supreme confidence as far as when it comes to the training. You see Malik Scott fucking throwing up, and Wilder got a ring in his backyard. I think it's dope. I said, hopefully one day I could do that. That'd be fire. You know what I mean? A ring in your backyard, that's fire. But yeah, he been looking real good in the training session. So to me, it looked like he been breaking ribs and stuff like that, even from the little bit of mitt and body shield work that I've been seeing. And like I said, Wilder, I think he really want this. He didn't even complain. Man of honor. Got to say it on some Troy shit. Menelaus and Agamemnon. Say you never complain, brother. You always roll by me. You're a man of honor. While they ain't even complain that the fight got pushed back. He said, you know what I mean? When they interviewed him, he said, I just went right back to work. Went right back to work. But we've been hearing Fury's dad, like I said, and I'm happy Fury's daughter got well. That's a child, she was sick. He had a little bit of personal problems. That happens in the sport. He supposedly been dealing with mental health. So we not gonna count that as a real big thing. That's why I'm glad that Wilder still stayed laser focused even through Fury's situations that he was dealing with, all that domestic stuff he was dealing with. Him and Malik Scott said that they still got right back in camp and they didn't worry about all that. See, Malik Scott a Philly dude, so like I said, I'm bringing up the Rocky thing, but that's a real Philly dude. Sylvester Stallone from Manhattan. Until you get the ring in the backyard, you gotta hit the hills in the Fort Tyrone Park. You an idiot. You an idiot. You an idiot, L-Foul. L-Foul is an idiot. Anyway, uh, inside New York thing. Um, um, I just feel like this is big, man. This is a big heavyweight event. I'm real happy about it, especially because how this year been. It really has been like one of the worst years in boxing. It really has. A lot of fights got postponed because of COVID and stuff like that. Like the whole thing really sucks. And now you got to be vaccinated to go everywhere and keep your job and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? It's real crazy out here. So fighters got to deal with a lot, as well as their teams. And Wilder, to me, seems like he has a very solid team. Even in the press conference when they were talking about their teams and things like that, uh, Wilder seemed really confident to me with his team. Fury didn't seem as confident with Sugar Hill when he was talking about Sugar Hill. I doubt if he really even knows Sugar Hill like that. He said me and Sugar Hill go back 2010 and stuff like that. But you haven't constantly been with Sugar Hill. Even though Malik Scott wasn't even the head trainer at the time, he had always, and we seen footage of Malik Scott showing up to camps. I think in the first Wilder fight, and maybe the second one too. And he was in the rings trying to simulate like Tyson Fury's herky jerky type of movement because Malik Scott was a slick heavyweight at his time. Um, I also think too that Wilder, the outfit, Wilder just bring back the old school bronze bomber mask. I'm fine with that, and let's go to work. Let's go to work. Let's go to work. Let's like make you can make a new version of it or whatever. But let's you know what I mean. I know you're doing it for the people and the culture and all of that. But I don't even, what I mean. I'm just worried about, what I mean, what we got to do in the ring. I just like I know you are. So as far as the outfit, I know you're gonna give us something. Shoot, if anything, what I mean. Don't even worry about the outfit. I would say if I was on your team, worry about like let the people work for you. You know what I mean? Put the fireworks in the stage and all of that. Get the explosives before you make the ring walk and the music and stuff like that. Let the people work for you. Don't even worry about the outfit and stuff like that, champ. That's what I would do. I ain't, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna have a regular little, a vest joint going on, probably with the bear fur and then the wolf fur. That's probably gonna be my thing. Different colors, on some bullshit. That's probably gonna be it. But I'm gonna try to like do the fireworks and shit like that. I'm gonna be one of those type of fighters, worrying about that. I don't none of that. I actually learned a lot from that outfit and all of that. You know what I mean? Wilder's already a big heavyweight, 6'7". So to add on like a 40-pound costume, they said the costume was supposed to have the fireworks or something coming out of it. The room was supposed to go black, but I guess the outfit didn't work. So yeah, let's just go old school with it. Old school bronze bomber feel. Let's do that. Jay Good in the chat. Hold on. He's saying Malik Scott actually was Wilder's camp and Fury's movement, emulated Fury's movement. I'm sorry. Wearing Old Navy outfit. You you idiot, L Foul crazy. Nah, man, this ain't the early 2000s. I ain't wearing Old Navy. But probably the running or something though. Word up, you're one of the hoodies. You just work. But yeah, man, we really looking forward to this fight, man. It's gonna be big on Saturday, man. It's gonna be real big on Saturday. Can't wait for it. Oh man, I should have went to go see this in the movies. I should check that out. My guy might have to go see my bro Wilder. So I'm will act the loud pack salute. Salute. I'm Mill Will, man. I ain't see you in a minute, bro. I ain't see you in a minute. Hope all is well, champ. Hope you making that music still. I know you out there. You out there? I'm Mill Will. You out there at the Wilder fight? If you missed it, I'm surprised. Yeah, so I think, my last prediction, I think Wilder ninth round, 11th round knockout. I got 11th round knockout, Deontay Wilder. I don't know if it's going to change on Friday at the weigh-in, but right now, I think, yeah, I really think 11th round knockout. I think if he do get him late, it's going to be late. He said Wilder less than 3, bro. Damn, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. If Fury come inside and Wilder could like somehow step back, I think if Wilder catch him, it'll be at the end of a punch. That's me personally. That's me personally. Thomas. Yeah, let me get ready to get up out of here, y'all. The Bro 78 getting ready to come on. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and check him out. Salute to the LDBC, the usual suspects, the full berserker clan. Appreciate everybody in the chat for coming through. Man, look out for Tag Team Night Court. They're not trying to make it happen, but we're going to try to make it happen, man. And, man, it's your boy, Act Reach. I never see you wrong, and I'm out.